#1 hero play fan, Leaping Sparkles, Eternal Flames, Hero's Ultimate Move, Triumphant Explosions, Easter Egg Performance. Chixia is a spirited young Jinzhou patroller who lights up the streets of Jinzhou. She's always ready to be the hero someone needs. She fuses such passion into the bullets that blast out of her fingertips. Morning routine. Chixia's ancestors were migrants to Jinzhou from the Central Plains, with their later generations settling in the city ever since. The family is well known for their deep passion and expertise in the world of spices. As the sun painted the Jinzhou skyline with its morning light, the first sign of activity would always come from Panwa's kitchen, where plumes of smoke billow from its chimney. "Morning, Miss Panwa! A bowl of handmade noodles, please! Extra numb and spicy!" A loud and clear voice overshadowed the rising hustle and bustle of the city outside the kitchen, immediately capturing the attention of several children nearby, their eyes lighting up with admiration. "Miss Chixia, when are we having today's overdash lessons?" one of the children asked eagerly. "Your students look more psyched than you are," Panwa teased as she served Chixia and the children their breakfast. "What's the hurry? I'm not even warmed up yet. Plus, you can't work on an empty stomach," Chixia replied between mouthfuls of spicy noodles. For her, an energetic day begins with a spicy tingle to the taste buds. Chixia relished each bite of spicy chili peppers, washing them down with steaming soup. Her body glowed with warmth as the food settled in her stomach. With the last slurp of noodles, Chixia wiped her mouth in satisfaction. "Ah, now I'm all fired up!" The famous hero. A saying in Huanglong goes, "One should do good deeds anonymously." Chixia, however, doesn't like that. "If we all stay anonymous, how will people know who to call for help next time they're in danger? A hero must shout their name loud and clear for everyone to remember." She set this goal on her first day of aspiring to become a hero. Since childhood, Chixia has been enamored by superheroes like Speedster and Fiamma from Hero Plays. Their names invoked courage and comfort. She dreamed of making her own heroic name, one that would be remembered. Whenever she helped someone, Chixia always made sure to leave her mark, even teaching children to write down her name one stroke at a time. And just like that, her name has spread throughout Jinzhou like wildfire. Her name has become a staple in the city, with people constantly calling out Chixia wherever they need help. Foreign merchants, unable to speak the local language, mistook Chixia as a customary greeting. Since everyone is shouting it, so why not follow the trend? Despite her unwavering determination and fiery passion, Chixia still has her worries. She has been bravely battling bandits, task discords, and those suspicious figures in red on the outskirts of Jinzhou. But dangers always surface in unexpected ways, despite her efforts to protect the city. Has she truly lived up to the standards of a hero in everyone's eyes? Despite her doubts, Chixia finds solace in the smiles of those she protects. In that moment, all worries dissipate in an instant. On the other hand, the children of Jinzhou don't care about all of that. In their games of play pretend, they have already given the hero's role to their fiery big sister Chixia. Ignite the shadows. Jinzhou is known for its spectacular hero plays, and Chixia can't get enough of them. The drum beats, poised actors, and graceful water sleeve movements never fail to impress. But her favorite technique is the Kindle Fire move, symbolizing Fiamma's grand entrance. A torch is lit in darkness, shooting a fiery ball into the sky and igniting surrounding candles. The audience is mesmerized by the stunning display as the faint smell of burning wood fills the air. It was a familiar light and a familiar smell, one that always takes Chixia back to her childhood. She remembers journeying in the wild with her parents, setting up camps as they migrated to Jinzhou. At night, the wilderness was treacherous. The silent darkness swallowed everything in its path, including Chixia's small tent where she huddled for safety. In the dark, Chixia clung to her blankets and recited the hero stories mother read her before bed, hoping for Fiamma's protection against the lurking tacit discords. Soon, a small fire flickered in her mind. Little Chixia's gaze fixed on the tense fabric wall, captivated as the flame grew brighter and brighter. "Look, it's Fiamma!" Jiu in the seat next to her shouted excitedly as he tugged at the corner of Chixia's shirt, bringing her attention back to the stage. And lo, the majestic Fiamma descended from the sky with a triumphant wave of his torch, causing the wicked Fluffernocks to flee in a hurry. The crowd erupted in applause, with Chixia clapping the loudest of all. After returning home from the theater, Chixia readied for patrol and grabbed a plain torch before heading out. "You're still holding on to that doodad? I've lost count of the years you've had it. Didn't the department give you a lot of new equipment and stuff?" Chixia's mother remarked as she spooned a generous scoop of hot sauce into her stir-fry. No worries, this one's bright enough to last another 100 years. Rooftop Encounter. Chixia encountered Jiu during one of her nightly patrols. She was investigating a strange case where residents complained of weird noises on their roofs for several nights in a row, but whenever they went outside to check, nothing was there. Armed with a torch and shrouded in darkness, Chixia climbed the roofs. As she scanned the area, a crumpled Fiamma clip art caught her eye, hidden between roof tiles. Score! As Chixia was about to crouch down for a closer look, an unexpected shadow leaped out of nowhere, giving her a startle. She quickly directed her torch toward the stranger, only to see the face of a small child. Taking advantage of Chixia's moment of confusion, the child snatched the clip art from her hand before quickly disappearing into the boundless dim of night. Chixia rushed over for a quick check, but that child was already gone without a trace. She continued her search all night until the break of dawn, when she reached the half-open window and heard the child singing. "Once I pick up the torch sword." That's one of Fiamma's lines. Chixia followed. "I will eradicate that monster." A small head poked out of the window, his bright eyes shining with the excitement of finding a fellow fan. Since they were both Fiamma admirers, it made things a lot easier. After all, a person who loves Fiamma can't be a bad person. Jiu's family had recently moved to Jinzhou, and with his parents working long hours, he and his sister were often left alone at home. His sister was timid and always worried that there was a fluffernox on their roof. Therefore, to protect his sister, Jiu would patrol the rooftops every night. "It's a shame I never got to see Fiamma in person," Jiu said with a hint of embarrassment. "I've only heard those lines from outside the theater. I didn't get them wrong, did I?" "Not at all! You nailed it!" Chixia reassured him. "You should definitely take your sister to the theater and see how Fiamma kicks Fluffernox's butts for yourselves. I guarantee you she won't be scared afterward." I'll pass. Mom and Dad are already having a hard time as it is." "Here! Promise me you'll stay away from the roofs from now on. It'll make my job a whole lot easier, and in return, I'll get you tickets to the plays. Deal?" "Yes, ma'am." Thunder and Flames. Chixia's colleagues were surprised by her decision to become a community patroller on the day of her graduation from training. She went through a lot of trouble to finally join the Public Security Bureau after multiple failed attempts at the entrance exam. She was also well known for her unwavering pursuit of heroism. Many people were under the impression that Chixia was aiming at a higher position, and her choice left them scratching their heads. When asked about her decision, Chixia would simply respond with a wide smile. "I just can't leave Jinzhou, the spicy noodles, the theater, and my friends, Jiu, Chan-Chan, Ali." But the real reason behind her choice was a tale too intricate for words. Only Chixia knew the depths of her decision. The spark of her dedication was ignited during her childhood, fueled by her family's torches and intensified by the heroic images she saw in the theater. On a particularly dark and stormy night, that spark almost went out, but it was reignited to its brightest by a bolt of lightning. That day, young Chixia bravely wielded the torch, pretending to be Fiamma as she tried to scare off the bandits. But her attempts were futile, as one of them picked her up and threw her next to her captive friend Ali. Chixia opened her arms to shield Ali with her body, her eyes shut in fear. Suddenly, a deafening bolt struck, and when she timidly opened her eyes, lightning crashed down on the bandits, causing them to tumble and fall. In the midst of lightning flashes, she saw the bright badge her savior wore. Years later, Chixia finally passed the entrance exam for the Public Security Bureau, hoping to follow in those heroic footsteps. However, the enigmatic person who wielded that lightning had vanished without a trace. As time passed, she came to understand why that person must stay hidden and why she wasn't suited to become one of them. And so, she looked at the option for Community Patroller, the least sought after role, and placed a resolute checkmark next to it. Though she couldn't become the lightning, there is still something she is best suited to do: to safeguard the simple yet precious everyday lives of civilians. Headline screenshots. Chixia's heroic actions have made her a celebrated figure in Jinzhou. Though she doesn't seek fame, the heartfelt praise she receives motivate her to continue chasing her dreams. Victor Savor. A jar of special hot sauce, made according to Chixia's secret family recipe, served in a trophy that Chixia had won before. Chixia cherished this trophy a lot, but this amazing sauce certainly deserves to be put in here. Its flavor is fresh, salty, tangy, and numbing, and in Chixia's words, "That sauce is so good, you'll munch an old shoe with it." Badge of Hero. A patroller badge and a Fiamma merchandise. The badge has been meticulously decorated, and the merchandise has many signs of wear and tear. Both have been polished to a gleaming shine. Forte examination report. Resonance ability, gallant blaze. Resonance evaluation report. Evaluation basis, resonance assessment 2893-G. Resonate Chixia experienced her awakening 6 years ago after becoming exposed to extreme temperatures and blazing flames. Resonate Chixia's tacit mark is located in her lower left abdomen. Post-awakening observations found a change in hair color to red and a significant increase in body temperature. She is capable of converting the frequencies of high-temperature substances into tangible flame ammunition. The resonance spectrum pattern of Chixia has been observed to align closer with that of flames. A strong syntony reaction has been observed, yet the cause of Chixia's awakening remains unclear. Analysis of test samples have revealed a non-convergent Rebel's curve with a steep rise in the middle section. Resonate Chixia is thereby classified as a mutant resonator. Overclock diagnostic report. The waveform graph for Resonate Chixia displays stable elliptical fluctuations in the time domain with no abnormal patterns. Upon examination, all results fall within normal parameters. Resonant criticality, high. Resonate Chixia's frequency displays high stability with a minimal risk of overclocking. Resonate Chixia has no documented history of overclocking. Routine examinations are recommended, while psychological counseling is currently deemed unnecessary.